My name is Daniel Getz, and I'm doing some Atticat insulation. Putting it up here in the attic right now. And it's kind of an interesting place because you've got all this ductwork that's in the way, which you really want to make sure you get it heavy around the areas where the ductwork goes down and blows into the rooms, because that's where it's going to have a tendency to leak out the most. But when you have this cathedral ceiling like this, it's interesting too, because you got this downside over here that you got to blow. It goes the same distance down like this underneath this roof. So you got to make sure you fill up those grooves too. It's kind of the messy part of the whole thing. You just want to, it's really quite easy. It just blows it up in here and you just make sure you kind of lay it out smooth, about the same depth. But from where you're trying to get it, you got to make sure you're back about 6 or 7 feet, because it'll just, the air is so strong out of it, it will blow the insulation around that you've already put down when you're trying to get a nice smooth blanket. Kind of hard to get underneath the ductwork, but if you can get down like this, get ways back and just kind of spray it in there. Very easy stuff. You want to make sure that you don't bury anything that you're going to need later, like mouse traps, rat traps. Any of your electrical wires, you want to make sure that they always go to an approved electrical box. You don't have any that were just kind of threw some nuts on there and some tape just to kind of splice it together. Because if you pack insulation around that and it gets hot for some reason, it could cause a fire. And if you're in a city or something, you're not up to code, it could be a legal problem. So make sure everything is up to code before you blow insulation in there, because it's hard to get to. Obviously, make sure you never step between the rafters, or you could go right through.
Careful.
It's always easiest if you have a brother or something like that to go down there and put insulation in the machine for you. But there's this nice remote control that comes with the Atticat machine, Atticat. It's the brand that their equipment is pretty nice. It's got this remote that I can turn it off up there, from back there. And if you're ever like, later I'll show you when I'm trying to get down, I'm going to use this dense button. I got a normal, stop, and dense. Dense just turns it down. Stop it, put it on dense, it comes out with a lot less force. And what that does is it allows me to put it right around me without blasting it everywhere else while I'm trying to get down.
Interesting.
Put it back on the normal. Anyways, there's a lot of good information out there, a lot of good tables with spec sheets telling you how deep, will give you how much insulation and what R value you want. It'll tell you per square footage and stuff like that.
Where do you find those sheets at?
Just look on Google for Atticat insulation specs, or spec sheets, something like that. And you can find those pretty easy. Download PDFs of them and check them out. But they will, they'll help you calculate exactly how much you're going to need. You can also get tape measures that you can like stick on the ceiling and like tack them, staple them like to a board or something. And it'll show you how deep you have it. Because once you get 10 inches in there, so it's hard to tell if it's 10, 12, or 15 inches. Our remote's dead.
Alright, I'm turning this off.
Step back.
Yeah.